What's going on, guys? Ryan with Jedha Patrol back with another video. Today we're going to be unboxing Spider-Man upgraded suit from Far From Home. Super excited to do this. Let's get started. That's right, guys. Ryan back with another video today. A long-awaited figure, well, not as long as some other figures that we've had recently. In-game Cap, for example, that one we waited a really long time. This one doesn't feel like it was that long ago. Although the villain for the movie, we kind of would like to see Mysterio. But we do have the upgraded suit from Spider-Man Far From Home. I'm actually excited about this, and I'll tell you why. I actually had the the tech suit from Spider-Man Homecoming, the red and blue, essentially the same suit, but red and blue. And that was one of my first Spider-Man figures I picked up way long ago. And I got it because I really liked Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I thought he did a really good job. The movie was fantastic, so I bought the figure. And I was scared to pose the freaking thing. I didn't want to crease the suit, the fabric. I didn't want to damage it. So I literally stood in a museum pose for the whole time I had it, standing up in a DTOF. Just standing there because I was afraid to pose this stupid thing. And I got rid of that thing and I bought some other Spider-Man figures, started posing some other figures, and I said, you know what, screw that damn suit. I'm gonna pose it and we're gonna have some fun with it. So I'm excited to have something that's essentially the same suit back in the studio, and we're gonna pose the crap out of it and have some fun with it. Along with some other Spider-Man people. You may remember not that long ago, I actually unboxed the Night Monkey, or the stealth suit version of that figure, and I love that thing. I still have it, and that figure, I think after this one, because of the accessories and stuff, the portrait going on with this one, I think the stealth suit one is actually going to start gaining some popularity on that, because honestly it's a really good, it's a good suit. But right now in the secondary markets, even in the overseas markets, that figure is cheap. You can get it cheap. So I would recommend, if you want that figure, I would get it, because I have a feeling once you see some photos of this portrait on that body, you're gonna wish you had that one. Okay, and that diorama base with the Molten Man, whoo, dude, come on. All right, but we're not here to talk about all that. We're here to talk about this guy right here, and I like I said, excited about this one. So let's go ahead and take a look at the box. We'll unbox this thing, we'll put it in some poses, have some fun with it, and we will not be afraid to hurt this thing because it's a freaking toy. Let's have fun with it, right? Let's take a look at the box. Here we go, guys. Spider-Man upgrade suit, MMS 542. I'll give you guys a little closer look right there. Upgrade suit. I know that light is pretty bright because there's this translucent hologram thing going on right there again. By the way, camera rig, microphone, going up there. You can see it right up there. And yeah, it's actually nice. So you got Spider-Man going on right here. Spider-Man upgraded suit, MMS 542, 6 scale Spider-Man. On the back, here's all your whodunits for those of you who might be interested in that kind of thing. And then on the side, we've got the same thing again. So it looks like we got Spider-Man Far From Home logo on the bottom, and then on the top, Spider-Man upgraded suit. So I've already cut the tape, so let's go ahead and open this thing up, and let's see what we got inside. I'm anxious, if you guys will tell. I guess I could show you this little slide out thing first before I do that. I guess I could do that. I was jumping ahead here. There is some, I can get this little hologram thing out of my way. There is some box art here. I don't like spending a lot of time on boxes, but here you go. There's a box. There's our figure. There's some inside ridiculously good artwork and composite photography going on there. But there you go. We're not, let's open the figure. So yeah, hope you guys are excited about this one as I am. And if you're not, maybe if you're still on the fence, I know a lot of my videos will kind of help you decide on what you want to pick up or not pick up. And hopefully by the end of this video, we'll be able to determine, is this a figure that you need? Maybe it's not. Maybe there's another Spider-Man figure that would make more sense in your collection, or actually be a better bang for your buck. Maybe there is one of those out there, I don't know. But let's take a look at all these accessories we've got right here. Man, and there's a decent amount of them. So let's go ahead and break out the knife. Got all this thing off here, tape-wise. No, I'm not worried about saving the tape. We got some hands, we got some wings. We'll take a look at those in a second. That's actually on this side of the clamshell, so we need to get that out of here. Looks like these are the eyes and maybe a cell phone and the Edith glasses and a mask, which we have seen before. And let's see what else we got. All right, now I was a big fan of the red and blue. I was, but you know, I like the red and black too. So let's take our first look at it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I like this quite a bit. That contrast is crazy cool. I really like that. So we got a little mini drone here, which funny enough, I actually have the larger drone right here because I was working on some posing and I changed up my homemade suit pose recently. And I do have the larger one here, so we'll compare that to the smaller one in a little bit, I suppose. But we do have the suit right here. Let's take a just quick look at this thing. And of course, we'll break out all the accessories and have some fun with it. But yeah, I like the red and black. I mean, I know red and blue is classic, but there's a lot of red and black in the comics. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I do kind of like the contrast going on with this thing. It looks pretty good. I love, oh, that stands out a lot. Dude, that stands out quite a bit. And this is, I mean, this feels like exactly the same material as the homemade or the homecoming suit Spidey. It feels exactly the same. So the same fears are going to be there for those who are afraid of posing figures increasing. And I get it. I mean, they're not cheap figures. But there's that. So let's put him to the side for a second. And let's break out this little tiny little drone. Oh, that is tiny. What the hell? Okay. Well, that's sad. That's kind of unfortunate. Like, that's, yeah, okay. I mean, it's okay. It's not a very, I don't know. You could have knocked off 20 bucks off the price and kept this, in my opinion. So that's my first thought on that. Let's look at this portrait. And let's see what's going on here. Woo! Now that is good. That is pretty freaking good. I'll show you guys. Look at this. Holy man, that's a good portrait. This is so much better than the Far From Home portraits. So much better. Even the Infinity War portrait wasn't this good. And this one's not magnetic, by the way, if anybody's wondering. I just looked at that. It's not magnetic. But yeah, it's that is a beautiful, beautiful portrait. That is fantastic. Tom Holland, 100%. This might be one of the best portraits we've seen so far in 2021. It's clearly better than the Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. portrait. But that is fan-freaking-tastic. Man, that's good looking. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get all these accessories out of here and get all the plastic bits off of here, and let's see what this guy's all about in detail. All right, now that I've got all the accessories out of here, let's just kind of see what all we got. It's not a ridiculous amount of accessories. It's pretty much normal Spider-Man attire. Like, we get our normal webs that we've seen every other time they release a Spider-Man. At some point, they should give us something new. Or is this pretty much what all you need for Spider-Man webs? I don't know. I mean, they introduced this one back for Scarlet Spider. I think it was the first time we saw this one. And it's a nice one. I've used it actually on homemade suit recently. I've used it. It's okay. The webs are, you know what they are. They're recycled pieces of plastic, and they're not all that fantastic. And that wasn't supposed to rhyme. we do have this little guy right here, which I never ever use. This thing, it just looks cheap. I'm you know, whatever. All right, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this guy, because my first impression out of the box was, why even include this? Like, what's the point? I mean, if you're saying like, hey, this is off in the distance and is small, and then I break out this guy, and he's like this? Like, is that what we're going with? Like, he's back here? So that means if you did not get the homemade suit, you know, I guess deluxe or whatever they called it, they came with this, or are you not buying like the single one of this, so you get like this and a couple of these guys? Like, this is what we're selling? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. This is cool. I mean, you can put Spider-Man on top of this. The detail is crazy. It's way, like, I feel like there's some money involved in here. There's some value here. This is like, I don't know. It's what you expect for like $20 in a Marvel Legend or something. So I don't know. That's just my vibe. I mean, somebody might be super excited this is in the box. I don't know. It's take this out of the box. Give me $20. I'd have been happy with that. That's okay. So, you know, here's what it is. We do get the same little base that we've seen with the other Far From Home figures. It's actually nice. It's nice. That's a nice stand. Got a nice little metallic, or not metallic, printed on Spider-Man thing with some hexagon deal, honeycomb stuff. It's nice. Nothing wrong with that. It's a base. I'm not going to get excited about a base. I am excited it's not a crazy diorama base like they're giving us with the Boba Fett, because I really don't think I'm going to like that. It's not as cool as Molten Man, but it's okay. We got our clamp that we've seen, you know, time and time again. That's just fine. We do have, this is kind of an accessory. So you get the dynamic pole that comes with the normal Spider-Man. Then you've got this guy. This is for the actual drone. And then this guy right here, literally takes this, you peg this in here, and then this goes on here like this, and you can have them like doing their thing. But I was just kind of messing with this thing, and I was messing with, like, quit rolling. I was messing with the drone on this thing. So this guy right here, this is the little peg, and on the bottom of the drone, actually right here in the middle, there's a hole, and that's where this pegs in, right? Goes right here. So there we go, pegs in. All right, but on that actual, this rotates like this. It just rotates there. There's no rotation here. So it literally just rotates 360 degrees. At that point, I don't know why it's not a ball joint, but then you've got this other hinge, and you can, I guess if I loosen that, you could actually move that left or right. Why didn't they just make that a ball joint? I don't know. Weird. So anyways, it is what it is. We do have some eyes, and I left all these in here because, quite honestly, guys, we've all seen these eyes. These are nothing really fancy, and I've got one upside down that's going to bug me. But anyway, it is what it is. But we get all these Spider-Man eyes. You get the, like, the wide open ones. You get the squinty eyes. You get the half squinty eyes, and you get the I've got my eyes closed because I'm using the Force. And oh wait, no man, wait, that's Star Wars. Well, Disney owns it all, right? Anyways, he's using his Peter Tingle to kind of search out the drones and fight through Mysterio at the end of the film. So you got the closed eyes, which is nice. The instant kill eyes that we've seen on previous figures, I didn't really find myself using, and I probably don't see myself using those, but it, you know, it's kind of a nice touch, I guess. It's something different. At least it was different, so I'll give him that. We do have this guy, little sock puppet mask that he can hold in his hand, and that's not bad because the portrait is amazing, as we've already seen. You might want to have him holding this, so I don't mind that. That's okay. We get the Edith Glasses, which I think are actually freaking metal. Yeah, I think these are actually like some serious, legit die-cast glasses. They look cool. Like, you see the little, yeah, I like these. These are nice. I have some third-party glasses from other figures, and I also have the ones from Mark 47 Iron Man. And these are nice. These are nice. I feel like you could easily break them because they're really thin, and you can see that. But I think they're pretty cool. The Edith Glasses, they're not super stylish. And the question I've got, I guess, is do we have to, like, get permission to put those on the figure? Like, is there a secret passcode or anything we got to give, and you know, for Tony to allow us to wear these like they did in the film? I don't know. There's that. Then we do have a cell phone, which has some super tiny print on there. Super tiny print. And with my terrible vision, let's see if I can figure out what the hell it says. On my way, something 2 minutes. Don't text and swing. So there we go. So that must be from the end of the film. It's right there. So it's nice that it actually has something that makes sense on there versus just like a selfie picture that we saw with, I think, Advanced Suit or Scarlet Spider. I think we saw like a selfie photo or something on there. Those are some decent accessories. The hands, these are cool. We get some nice little webs. We got piles of hands, which every Spider-Man should have piles of hands. No question about that. They got this nice, I mean, all of our web crawling hands, and we'll kind of take a look at this one. Some people, I think, when the forums were complaining about the design on the back of the hands and saying, hey, look, this isn't as detailed as it should be. And up close and personal, guys, there is some pattern going on there, but it's probably not translating and on camera. But there's a little bit of pattern. It's not raised. It's almost like it's just part of the material. It's, you know, you're not going to see it from 6 feet away looking at a shelf. It's just going to look like flat black. But it is there. And there we go. So we got web crawling hand. We've got I guess a grasping hand, which has a lot of, this is interesting. This has like little nubs so I can get focus. Has like little nubs on the fingertips. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's strange. Like the other hands don't. Do they have that? Yeah, I guess they do. I just didn't notice it. Yeah, it's kind of like 3D printed hands. Interesting. We haven't really seen that before. It's almost like they try to take the material from the fabric, carry it over here in you know, mold form, and that's actually pretty cool. Kind of dig that. We got our thwipping hands that we've normally seen, left and right versions. We get left and right versions of everything, guys. Hands. We've got a little peace sign hand, which we only have one of, and then this looks like a cell phone holding hand. So we get a lot of hands. Get a lot of hands. We got web holding hands, and then we've got these guys right here, which actually go on to, if I can get them out of here, it's super, super small. These are actually the web shooters that kind of just peg on to the hands. That's pretty cool. Kind of dig that. So we got left and right version, and then we got these friggin' wings, aka the potato chips. Get you guys out of here. We get some potato chips. These aren't bad, like shark fins, like yeah, right. So we get some potato chips. They actually have, if I can see, you can see it through my hand. You can see the texture and patterns they've got going on there. Little cross hatching deal going up and down, left and right, and then up and down right here. We do have some magnets here. That's how it's going to connect to the figure, and yeah, not bad. Those are kind of cool. I don't know how we're going to be able to display these because based on, I don't know, this you can't. I guess if I do this, let's try this out. If I put this, you can hear that ratchet, by the way. Boom, boom, there we go. Like this is gonna go, ratchet there, ratchet there. Yeah, that's gonna be there, right? Something like this. Like they're magnetics, there we go. Boom, there, something like there, does it go there? Yeah, you can feel the magnets going over there. So you get some magnets going there. But by the time you get these guys on there, right? I guess if I put it on the right side. By the time you get them on there on the right side, you're not going to be able to get the clamp around the figure. So I'm not sure what, I don't know how the pose, we're gonna have to figure that out. It's nice things include them, it's kind of cool. All right, let's take a look at this figure. We'll deal with the web things a little bit. You guys are here to look at this guy. And obviously we're here to look at this because it's freaking awesome. But the figure itself, all right, so a couple, just after spending a few minutes with this guy before this section of the video, there's a couple things I'm a little leery of, okay? One, it's got to be this head sculpt. While it's nice and it's 100% matches the Far From Homecoming vibe, the figure and whatnot, they just did a sculpt of this and put fabric over it. They did move the seam back here further back versus up here where it was in the Homecoming one. But why didn't they just give us the molded helmets or molded mask like they've been giving the other figures? Like why did they even bother with the cloth? Why not just give us the molded? They work so well on the PS4 game figures. There's absolutely zero reason for them to do that. None. Absolutely none. So, you know, it doesn't look bad. I don't understand the choice and the decision they made there. I really, as I said earlier, really do like the red and black. I think it looks fantastic. The spider logo right here looks great, a little raised up. As you can see, like the light bouncing off of this thing, it looks fantastic. The screen printing looks great. The screen printing on the face looks fantastic, and no issues with that. On the back, look at this thing stand out like crazy. It's gorgeous, and you can see the patterns and stuff going on in the actual texture of the blacks. It is quite fantastic. Love the little chevron deal we've got going on here. His faux belt action, little buckles and silver, and just yeah, I like this one, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think I like it better than the Homecoming one that's blue and red. I think I like the black and red. I think this is just super cool. Now, I'm definitely down for that classic Spidey they're giving us from the PS4 game, but I like this. I think it's cool. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun posing it, and not worry about breaking things. But let's see what it'll actually do, right? Let's see what it'll do. You guys heard earlier, we do have some ratcheted going here on the shoulders, which is awesome. We should always have ratcheted Spideys. Always. So arms aren't going to be a problem. Material's not going to be too much of a problem. The head's going to do whatever it does. Let's see how high we can get to look up. Like, that's not bad. That's not bad. Looking down, it's not bad. We got any movement out of this neck? Yeah, not a whole lot of movement out of the neck. Not a whole lot there. In fact, there is a ball joint there at the neck, but I think you're gonna have to be careful with that one. So we'll put that back. But yeah, double jointed elbows, plenty of movement there, no issues there. You are gonna have, as we're gonna look at some of this stuff, you can see this material going on here. As we do this, this is where the seams are. So there's where your seam is on both sides. You're gonna have some material, creasage in there. This is a thicker material than maybe the, what am I thinking of? The last figure, the Wasp. The Wasp figure is one of the most recent ones I did with a suit, and it had like a spandex material. This pretty much is this pleather material all the way around. And so you're gonna have some creasing going on there, and you're gonna have some creasing going on here, and that's just part of the deal. Ab crunch wise, it's not ratcheted, and that's about it. It's about it. But going back, as Spider-Man typically does, I think we can, if we want to, we can get him to go for pretty good back. Rotation wise, there's your damage to the suit. Not really worried about that. There's the thing, and then I think you heard earlier, yeah, those are some strong ratchets in the legs, guys. You're gonna have bunching up in here, but man, it just looks good. Double jointed knee, and let's see, did they give us this? Oh yeah, we got the toe. So that's something they introduced with the movie promo version, and I'm super happy they did that. One of the things I am noticing though is that I think in one of the previous newer movie promo version, I think they actually like covered up some of this gap here in the material, so we didn't have that pinching going on. I think they put something on it, but I don't think they did that on this one. As you can see, it's kind of bunching up right there, so that's kind of weird that they didn't do that. And for those of you who are interested in the treads, he does have some pretty nice foot action going on right there, and that's pretty cool. So let's throw this portrait on here. We can do that real quick, because I think this is gonna look fan-freaking-tastic. There we go. Dude, come on. If you only get this figure for the head sculpt, I think you're winning. Although I think the rest of the figure is pretty solid as well, but look at that. Oh, goodness. Now, I gotta be honest with you, in previous iterations of this figure, so Iron Spider from MCU, Infinity War, the homemade suit, previous version, the deluxe tech suit from Spider-Man Homecoming, I did not like displaying the portraits on the body. Now, this has a smaller body. If you put this next to a PS4 Spidey, it's supposed to be a teenager, so it's a smaller body. And the head, often in those other figures, felt like it was too large for the body. This one doesn't. This one, I think I would be 100% okay displaying it with this. I think I would be good. What do you guys think? Freaking good. I'm gonna go throw it out there, guys. That's a 10 out of 10. I don't know really what they could have done better with this, other than making it maybe a DX with the movable eye system. That would have been like 11 out of 10. But that's 10 out of 10 right there, guys. That is absolutely just flipping gorgeous. Oh man, I'm excited to pose this guy. So let's go ahead and get to it. So the first pose I wanted to do, just something museum-like, something like a lot of you might want to do. You don't have to worry about damaging the suit. You don't have to worry about really anything. It will be just fine, just like this. And it actually looks pretty good, if I say so myself. Like, nothing crazy. And you get to use the awesome Tom Holland portrait, which is freaking... Oh man, I can't tell you how good this thing is, but let's just kind of zoom in. We're definitely going to break out some other spider people here in just a minute, so but let's just take a second to admire this. I mean, JC Hong and the team over there, just unbelievable painting, unbelievable sculpting. Absolutely, I mean, just 10 out of 10. Absolute 10 out of 10. Just absolutely ridiculous. The sculpt is beautiful. The paint apps are beautiful. The eyes look, and the expression is just fantastic. It's a 10. Throwing it out there. Hope you guys are getting the feel of this thing. I really do quite like it. So we're taking a look at the suit and this pose I've got him in. Literally, I've just got him kind of most of his weight going on that back leg. I do have, as we kind of scroll down, you can see the pattern going on in the darker sections. There is a pattern there. It might have been hard to pick up in the previous segment. You can see it there. I got him holding his mask. The right hand back behind him is actually just in a fist. And then down below, I've just got pretty much all of his weight on that back leg, and he's just supporting it with the front. And just super, super iconic and gorgeous. I mean, just, I won't tell you, you know, there's some figures I really like, and there's some that I'm like, yeah, I bought it and I reviewed it and whatever. This one, as far as spider people go, I dig it. Now, I will 100% tell you, in my current collection, my favorite Spider-Man figure is the PS4 Iron Spider. I mean, just unbelievable. We might break it out here in a little bit, but just absolutely so much fun to have posing with that figure. But we've did a museum pose. It's time to pose this bad boy up. Let's see what we can do. And let's get into some Spidey posing action. Let's do it. All right, guys, so we've got Spider-Man homemade suit, upgrade suit, and stealth suit up on the display with the Molten Man lava diorama base, and these three together, they look pretty good. It's not bad. So I did figure out a way to get the upgraded suit Spidey flying with the web wings, which are 100% garbage, by the way. The magnetics are super weak. The magnets are super weak. They fall off. They're flimsy little potato chip deals, and they just don't, I don't know. I don't like them. I'm gonna throw it out there. I don't like them. I don't see any way. This is literally the only way to display them that I can come up with. He's literally laying on top of the flight stand there, and he looks silly, and I don't like it. Contrast that with homemade suit Spidey. Look at this guy. That's freaking badass right there. I'm just saying, that's a great pose. And even my stealth suit pose is fantastic. So I wanted to throw the web wings on there so you guys can at least have a chance to see them on the figure, but there's no way in hell I'll be using those. I think they're garbage. So they will definitely go back in the display. They're not even gonna go in like my accessory, you know, where I keep those so I can change them and pose them often, because there's no way I would ever use those things. I don't like it. But this diorama base for Molten Man though, guys, if you didn't get stealth suit, you guys are crazy. But there it is. There's one pose there. I'm going to break out a couple more, I think, have some fun with this guy, because I do want to actually have some fun with the upgraded suit. But I wanted to show him in the flight pose before I do anything super crazy. But I think there's a villain floating around here that we're going to have to battle. So we're going to have to see if I can figure out where the hell he's hiding at and throw him up on this display. Let's get to it. All right, so for what very well may be the most ridiculous posing I have done in the year 2021, we have the Spider-Verse. Yes, I cannot wait to add Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, and all those other Spider figures to this. This is gonna be so sick. And Mysterio, by the way. So I promised you guys we'd add a villain in here, and I've added our Green Goblin in there, so it's pretty cool. So I added, we've got Night Monkey in there. I also added the PS4 Iron Spider, because just what the hell, why not? It's one of my favorite Spider-Man figures I have in the entire collection. And I threw our upgraded suit Spidey up on top of the drone in a crazy pose that some people would be super afraid to attempt, but not me. Not me, because it looks freaking epic. Look at this guy on top of the drone as he spins around. Dude, come on. Come on. Man, it looks good. Woo. Good looking. All right, I also have, I scroll down here, we've got Iron Spider looking there. Again, one of my favorite figures of the year, of 2020. I put it on my top 10 of 2020. We've got Night Monkey up here with the lava Molten Man base. I did add the little tiny drone in there just for the hell of it, because why not, right? We've got our Green Goblin going on up here. What a ridiculous piece that is also. And then we've got, oh yeah, Spidey's got him a little helper. So, yeah, look at that. I mean, who takes the time to do these crazy poses? By the way, super proud of this one of homemade suit Spidey. Look at that. This is what you do with freaking Spider-Man figures. You pose the crap out of them, guys. I know people are worried about suits and damage, and I get it. I mean, you spend $300 on something, you don't want to break it, but I don't know. This I don't know, one of those things. When I remember back to that original tech suit I have from Homecoming, I remember that figure that I'd never really enjoyed it because I threw it in museum pose and I'm just afraid of it. And then now I get to do this. I get to just do whatever. And if I break it, I break it. I've broken figures before. You know, it's happened. I don't like it. I'm not happy about it, but it does happen. But you get, look at this is cool. You know, it's just cool. It's just a cool thing. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you like this kind of stuff, you should probably subscribe, because then I'll know that, hey, you like it and we'll keep doing this kind of things, right? I do have IG-11. It arrived today as well, but I decided I wanted to play with Spider-Man first, and I'm happy I did. Now, here's the thing. I've got to find a spot to display all these spider people just like this. I don't know where the heck in the studio I'm going to find to put these guys just like this. I will figure that out, but I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I might even like give the turntable, the electric turntable, I might just leave it on there and put it in a spot and have these guys spin it around, because damn, they look good. They really do. So let me give you some final thoughts on this upgraded suit, Spider-Man. Number one, I think the drone is silly. The potato chips are completely ridiculous. You know, they could have kept the drone, kept the potato chips, knocked 30, 40 bucks off the price. I'd have been happy with that. Regardless of that, okay, the amount of hands you get is awesome. The portrait is a 10 out of 10. It is amazing. And I'm a big fan of the black and red. I think the contrast stands out. I think it's a fantastic suit. The mobility is not a problem. As long as you're not afraid of creases, it will pose clearly. I mean, doing a landing pose kind of like this is, you know, stressful. And I just think I think it's a beautiful freaking figure. And so I would recommend it. If you want it, get it. It's one of those things. I do think I'll do some photos of it, because you can put the Tom Holland sculpt on the Night Monkey, and maybe I'll throw a photo on Instagram of that or something. But man, that's good looking. If I do say so myself, pretty damn good looking. If you haven't already entered the Captain America in-game giveaway, you should probably do that. Link in the description below, or a pinned comment. Can't remember which one. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And join the Facebook group, guys. It's amazing. It's crazy stuff in there. It's awesome. Join Jedha Patrol if you haven't already. Do that. But I'm happy with this one, guys. I really am. That's all I got to say about this. So, as always, collect what you like. See you next time.